Hello, everyone. Sorry we're a little late. Everybody's like, it's too quiet. That was on purpose. Yes, I am the first to break the silence.
Oh,
All right. Jeff, wait, you want to sit down?
No.
Cool.
Sit. Sit.
Paleo says sit.
Ugh.
You naughty boy.
I'm not naughty. You're naughty.
Yeah.
I am not a piece of meat.
This is a great start to the podcast.
Listen, alright?
It's really eventful.
Listen, I am getting situated here.
Yeah.
You moved the times forward.
No, I didn't.
You did, because it shouldn't be time yet. It's too early.
Well, it is time.
Too soon.
And I need to post that it is time.
Oh, in that case, it's time. Let's go. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Semi-Perfect Podcast.
The Sheriff of Nottingham speaking.
It's time to pay your taxes.
But that's the poor box.
Oh,
Robin Hood.
They say that I'm evil,
Okay.
but I just want to get paid.
Yeah.
Is that how the song goes? Doesn't he sing a song?
They call me a slob, but I do my job.
That's
Yeah.
it. Well, folks, welcome into the Semi-Perfect Podcast. It is Wednesday,
April 12th.
April 12th.
Yeah.
That means it's April Fool's Day times 12. We're going to have 12 times the amount of April Fools. Or at least 2 April Fools. Sarah and I were April Fools.
Yeah.
So is Paleo, so that makes 3 of us.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Is Paleo our one subscriber?
Yes.
Hello, Paleo.
Yes.
Hello. Well, I imagine Paleo's going to have some stuff he wants to talk about because there's been some video game news of recent.
Uh-huh.
We're going to be talking about some movie stuff a little bit later on, including and maybe limited to the Mario movie.
Yeah.
And just kind of moseying on along here on this podcast. Thank you for joining us here tonight. We hope you've all been having a good couple of weeks since the last podcast. And Sarah, since I should do a proper introduction.
Yep.
Please make some noise for PaleoSteno.
Hello. I wasn't here last week, and now I'm the only one here.
And now a rousing round of applause for Sarah.
Yeah.
But we know you've all been waiting for this one. Get on your feet and start curb stomping ACRacebest. That's me. Yeah. So yeah, we're here. We're kicking off this podcast, and we like to start things off with food posts, knowing what everybody has eaten or is eating tonight or recently, because we like food. I particularly love food, and I'm hungry.
I'm eating pizza right now.
What kind of pizza? Give me details.
Oh, it's just like a Red Baron, like, pizza, like, thin crust, 4 meats.
How did you prepare it?
I put it in the oven.
Okay, because like some people throw it in the microwave.
Which meats does it have?
Yeah, let's hear the meats.
Ham, pepperoni, sausage. I don't know what the other one is.
Bacon?
Mystery. Pigeon. Okay, all right. Is it good?
Yeah.
Good.
As he's actively eating it.
I hope it's good. Sarah shared some of her hummus with me after I begged. She was like, "Get your own food." I was like, "But your food's right here."
Yeah.
So I ate your food. Sarah's also drinking coffee. You said it's bitter? Give us the coffee update.
I drank half my coffee from this morning, and I'm just drinking the remnants now, so it's just cold.
Is
and
cold
a little
coffee
bitter.
bad?
No.
Then why don't people drink it cold?
There's cold brew. There's like a whole subsection of coffee
Yeah, but
that is meant to be
but,
drank
like,
cold.
That's what Saber drinks all the time.
okay. Just because Tommy gets his coffee with ice,
That's cold brew. Technically.
I thought it just made it less hot.
I mean, it does, but then it, like with as much ice as he puts in it, it's gonna become
Wait,
cold.
does he like get a cold brew, or does he like make coffee and then put ice in it?
No, like he'll if
like
we
if
go
it's
to
a
a
Starbucks,
like if we
he'll
go,
do a cold brew.
it's more of like if we go to a restaurant.
Yeah.
And they have coffee.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And he'll instead of like he'll just say, "Can I get ice with it?" Because whenever he asks them to put ice in it, that's where they go, "Whoa, guy, you're crazy." But yeah, this is I'm a simple guy. Give me chocolate milk or hot chocolate. It tastes good.
I do love hot chocolate.
I do too. It's very good, especially in the right circumstances.
Yeah. Well, are we ready to look at food posts?
This is an important question.
Okay.
And this is a question for everyone in the chat. But mostly for Paleo. When you get hot chocolate and they ask if you want whipped cream, what do you say?
Well, I never really get it at restaurants. I may like make it at home and like put marshmallows in it.
I didn't expect this. He's thrown a curveball my way. I don't know what to... What about everyone in the chat? Okay, Nora says yes, please. I say absolutely. You have it. I want it.
Yeah.
Give it to me. Anime guy says yes. See, okay, so I mean, it's to me. If I said no, I feel like I'm missing out on part of the hot chocolate experience.
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me. I went to McDonald's on Sunday, and when me and my dad like drove up through the drive-through, the guy's like, "Hey, you guys want a free shake?" And it was a vanilla one, so my dad said no, and I was like, "Wait, I'll take it. It's free."
Yeah.
Your dad said no?
Yeah, because he said I would have said yes if it was chocolate, but like, yeah, it's free shake. I'll
Goodness.
I'll get a free vanilla shake.
Goodness me, that just sounds...
Oh, it's the
Wild.
Saberspark.
Saberspark?
Whoa.
Hello?
Hi.
Hello, Laura.
Laura.
Hi.
We were talking hot chocolate as we are just starting to...
Whoa.
Whoa. His intro music.
Yeah.
As we are diving into food posts. Sarah, what's our first food post of the night?
All right, 1 second. Let me pull up the Twitter space here. We've got Elwin, another half-eaten food post for my 22nd birthday last week. We went to an Irish pub and had boxty potato pancakes with meat and sauce, Brussels sprouts, Bailey's cheesecake. My Saberspark plush also got here in time to call it a birthday present.
Oh, yay. Happy birthday.
Yeah. Elwin's lactose intolerant.
That's awesome. Thanks for porting the plushie.
I thought you were saying that. Oh, that's awesome. To like, she's lactose intolerant.
It's awesome. We'll suffer together.
That only came up because Elwin said no to the whipped cream on the hot chocolate.
Yeah.
But I guess that's a good reason. Sarah
I mean,
also
hot chocolate usually has dairy in it, too.
does it?
Like the powder, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you guys.
That's why I heat up my own milk and I put cocoa powder and sugar in.
Well, there you go.
Sarah, you found the cheat codes.
Yeah.
All right.
Cocoa powder, baby.
Yeah. Well, very nice. That was quite the deluxe food meal there, and then
Food meal.
food food post. We have Nathaniel saying currently having some leftover tacos from Easter Sunday, which are stuffed chicken, beef, yellow, and fried rice, beans, sausages, and tortilla chips for extra crispy crunch, which certainly made for a pretty solid combination.
How do you fit all that in that one little taco?
Like one ingredient
Magic.
each.
Yeah.
Nathaniel, I feel like always has like we had 400 ingredients of whatever
And
dish.
they all worked together,
And-
surprisingly.
Yeah, and we had it all, like a feast upon a feast. That is an Easter feast. Very good. Very good, Nathaniel. The sound. What's yellow rice? Am I forgetting? Have I had yellow? Is that like rice-a-roni?
I don't know.
I think it's like Spanish rice,
Okay.
but I could be wrong. Someone correct me in the comments.
What is like the traditional like Easter dinner? Because I know like for Christmas and Thanksgiving you usually have like turkey and stuff.
We had
Ham,
ham.
But
Yeah.
yeah, and ham. But
Yeah.
like for Easter, there's like no set like meal for that. I feel.
Oh,
like.
ours was always ham.
No,
that's it.
yeah, ham.
Yeah,
Ham's the
It's-
answer.
Yeah. And it's always like a late lunch.
Expect a guy who's not even Christian to know East.
It's interesting because like my family has spaghetti for Easter dinner.
Well,
I mean, we did have pasta
spaghetti
with,
monster.
No wonder you're an atheist.
Yeah, give us your lunch money, loser.
Who has joined us in the Discord?
Hero.
Hi, hero.
Hello, it's me.
Calm down. All right.
Good boy.
So going on with food posts, we have Anime Guy 01. In honor of National Grilled Cheese Day, Cheese Days, I made myself a grilled cheeseburger. There's the process of making it. I used one of the cheddar burgers I always post in the past. It's delicious.
Okay.
Oh, you're using the grilled cheese as buns.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I got.
All right. We got the ingredients here.
You guys make me feel.
We got the in-process photo.
Oh.
We got.
What's the Pokeball used for?
Oh yeah.
Are you Pokemon?
That's for catching the meat.
And there's the finished product.
Tauros meat.
That's not our podcast. You're not fooling anyone.
Yeah, what is that?
That sounds and looks like amazing. Wow.
This is,
Wow.
Look at that slice through it too.
yeah.
Yeah.
It looks
Wow.
good.
My gosh. Oh, I'm hungry. We have our next food post here. This one is from Nora saying, "Hey, Semi-Perfect Podcast. Today I'm eating a chicken Milanese sandwich to celebrate the fact that I didn't have to work today due to flooding. Yay, 3 days of rain. Love you guys, and remember, be mindful and never let anybody dull your sparkle."
Oh.
Oh.
Sparkle.
My sparkle died long ago.
My
I
sparkle.
was trying not to.
Sparkle.
My sparkle died in 2019.
Oh no.
Oh.
Like high school.
Hero watched the sparkle fade away at closing ceremonies at BronyCon. He's like, there it goes.
Same.
That's
There
it.
Everyone was like, announce another year. Announce another year. And they were just like, so we're not going to announce another year. And everyone's like, oh.
They're like, instead, we're going to have a skit, and it's going to last 45 minutes, and then we're going to let you
Right?
leave.
Yeah.
And then play a parody
And then
of
they'll-
Stacy's mom.
Yes.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah.
I was like, that's the last memory of Brody.
BronyCon has got it going on.
Oh man.
That's really odd.
Yeah.
BronyCon is sleeping with your mom. What?
We got Jory. Hey guys, it's been a while. Thought I'd share a special treat called Nana's Banana Pudding Ice Cream from a local shop I went to. Also, wish me luck Friday on a potential new job.
Good luck.
Oh, hell yeah. Let's go.
Tasty.
Oh, yeah, banana.
Banana pudding is really good.
It is really good.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's banana pudding ice cream. Wow.
Yeah.
Dang. Okay. Ellen
Oh,
here.
and Elwyn threw in her 2 cents for the hot cocoa. Non-dairy whipped topping is her.
Wait a
next.
minute. Doesn't that count as whipped cream?
Yeah.
It's not cream because it doesn't have cream in it.
The way that Sarah just said yeah to me.
It counts for lactose intolerant people.
I
Okay.
felt very aggressive.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see if we missed any.
All right.
I think we're good.
Whoa, AC followed us on Twitter.
Wow.
Air conditioning?
An imposter. No two people have ever put those letters next to each other to form a name. Never. Okay. Well, that was wonderful. Some of you are eating very well tonight, and I'm very proud of you. So, thank you for your submissions on Food Posts, and now we can do a little bit of catching up, find out how everyone's been, what they've been up to.
That's not on the topic list. Why are you catching?
Oh, Sarah had to throw the topic
Oh
list together.
shit! I deleted it. Hold on.
I guess we're
Let
not
me
doing
make
it then.
an addendum.
We can't do
Yeah,
it.
I guess we can't catch up with each other.
Catch.
Good. I didn't want to hear
There
about
we
your
go. I
date.
fixed it.
Well, Hero, you're our most recent one to hop in here. Oh wait, it's actually before we jump in, Sarah, we have
We got super chats.
we have super chats.
Omega217 says, "What up, fellas?"
What up, Omega?
And then Nora Mermaid says, "Your sparkle is strong, ya humans."
Yeah, Nora.
And then Nathaniel Foga sends a super chat saying, "Last thing I remember about BronyCon was a certain somebody at the final panel saying Rainbow Dash sucks."
That was not the quote. I would just like to say that he said that Rainbow Dash was worst pony.
Get it right.
Yeah.
It was a low blow
Yeah.
in a time of need,
Yeah.
kicking us while we're down.
Yeah.
Damn.
You were never up to begin with.
Rainbow Dash has never kicked anyone when they were down, ever. She would never
Not
do
even
such
once.
All right, let's move on.
Imagine Rainbow Dash getting into a fight with Riley from Boondocks. She wouldn't stand a chance.
What a
That'd be
matchup.
hilarious.
He would rip her.
She is an equine. She might have a matchup. Unless Riley bought a gun, then there's no matchup.
No, I mean verbally.
Oh, no, verbally. Oh, no. She's dead meat.
Yeah, Rainbow would just start killing.
I have never seen Boondocks, so I don't know what's going on.
Don't worry about it.
I won't. But what I will worry about is what everyone's been up to the last couple of weeks, and that's starting with Hero. Hero, what's new with you?
Nothing particularly interesting since last time. I do have a meeting with somebody at 2:30 in the morning. Like 5 hours to practice Japanese, yay! Because the time zones are the most awful things ever to exist between the United States East Coast and Japan.
Yeah.
It is either a 15 or 14-hour difference, and I literally couldn't think of worse amounts of time to be apart from one another. Like 12 would literally be better, but 13 and 14 are just gross.
It is.
Ugh.
I'm sorry
Anyway.
for that.
Okay, this is the life I chose. I just need to work on speaking. My reading, my listening, all that's fine. My speaking is terrific. So that's what I'm gonna do. At
Nice.
2:30 in the morning.
How's the
Yeah.
pet doing?
The pet is
Which
The
one?
pets. Yeah, they're actually both just kind of chilling next to her. Oh, well, now Lena moved. Okay, because I made that noise. But they were just sleeping next to each other. So
Oh,
They're
little
doing
small
well.
friends.
yeah, they're hanging out.
Nice.
Mhm.
Well, Paleo, what's new with you?
Not too much. When you can see the Mario movie last week, which we'll talk about that in a little bit. But afterwards, I was like getting more excited for the Breath of the Wild sequel coming out next month. So I replayed Breath of the Wild over the weekend, and man, it's still a great game. I love it.
Man, any sequel comes out, Paleo's like, let's play the entire fucking series.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, I actually bought the DLC for Age of Calamity because I haven't played the DLC for that yet, so I was gonna do that. But yeah, also, I guess we'll talk about it when we get to the Mario movie. But I have some other a couple of videos about that coming up. that I'm working on.
Ah, good. Very good. Very good. Well, what about Laura and Saber? What's new with you guys?
Went to the lake house this past weekend.
You went to go spend some time with friends at my friend's family's lake house. They were having like their Easter thing, and it was also like one of our friends' birthday. So we
Celebrated her birthday a few days before.
by going to see the Mario movie.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
It was nice.
Yeah, other than that, I feel like it's been pretty status quo, right?
Yeah.
Has anything else happened? I don't even know.
Finished my Balto script and recorded it today. That was a.
That's an insane
How
length
big
of
is
audio.
that video? Jesus Christ.
What's that?
How big is this video?
The audio is pretty long raw, but if it's trimmed down, I mean, I feel like.
I can only imagine like how many times you had to repeat stuff.
Well, there are moments also I let the recording run when I had to like walk to the desk and realize I had to say someone's name. Where I was like, I'm like,
You're like,
guy
how
who-
do you say this?
right, Steven.
yeah,
No, like for Stepola, he's the guy who was the owner of Togo, which is the dog that was like the unsung hero, the Serum Run. There was a movie from Disney with Willem Dafoe, who would like it is uncanny how much Willem looks like Sepola. Like it's like really.
Oh, is that the what called Wild?
No,
No,
that's
it's
Harrison
called
Ford.
Togo.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It's called Togo. It's
I
good.
thought you said Khal Drogo. I was like, excuse me?
Yeah, you know.
Better call Togo.
They're called Rogo.
But yeah, it was a big ass video. It's 30 pages long, single space, 12 font.
Oh, your teacher's gonna be very happy.
I know. I'm gonna get my site, my
Professor YouTube.
Yeah.
everyone fails.
I can only imagine. I can only imagine what that audio sounds like. Is this? Hey,
No.
hero, I'm not. All right. Let's
So
get
my
on there.
voice at the end, I was trying to say the word relationship, and I couldn't like, actually formulate the word and ship. So I'm like relationship. I'm like, what's wrong? Like,
It's funny how like when you're not recording, you can say words like just fine, but once you start recording, you just
Oh.
lose all ability.
there's a little bit of that, but also after 4 hours in my recording booth, I'm like, okay, I'm dying.
Yeah.
I actually was like almost like emotional. I was almost done recording. I'm like, you're almost there, just like Balto. You're almost there.
That home stretch.
Also,
Gonna
Released
save
in
all those sick
1990
I'm proud
Balto,
of it.
released in 19. Sorry. Balto, released in 1995. An anime. I'm sorry.
At least in 19. Like, fuck.
I love editing your audio. It's very funny.
What's wild is so much about recording comes down to just energy. And there you'll have your good days and you'll have your bad days. And I think for me, learning to tell the difference between the two is massively helpful. If I would have recorded like on Sunday, would have been a disaster. But I'm like,
You just weren't
nah.
energetic.
What was that?
You just weren't energetic on Sunday.
Well, I wasn't even done writing it. I was like, I had this idea of writing it and recording it the same day, and I'm like, it's not happening.
I always think that, and I'm like, yeah, it never happens.
Never. But no,
For movie reviews, fine, but not like longer videos.
Right, the ones that are a bit meatier. But no, that felt like a weight off my chest to be done with it. And I take off to Nebraska tomorrow.
Oh,
Go see my grandpa. I'll come
Nice.
back on
Oh, nice.
Monday. See how
Was he
he's-
a war vet?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
fought.
war,
Yeah, he was. He flew with the B-52s and worked the bombardier section of the bomber.
And he
So-
also asked you what a furry was or something.
Mm. Yeah, that's the second casualty of the war.
Oh no.
But no, it's Grandpa. It's like 95. He's up there and
Yeah.
still kind of going. He got a smartphone recently, and he's like, I hate this, and he got rid of it. Like he's got a flip phone, like from Better Call Saul. And
Yeah.
I'm like Grandpa with his burner phones. And I'm
Like
going
you
to
just
New York
said
City.
A flip phone from Better Call Saul. Like that's the
That's where it originated.
Right, sorry. But then I'm going to New York City. I'm about to report back in on that. So I'm going to Nebraska this coming weekend, and then I'm going to New York City.
Very nice.
Which means I get to throw a rager at my house. Woo!
Yeah.
New York City, indeed.
Oh,
Eh.
Sean Connery.
Rock.
Well, yeah, no, that's great. Have fun in Nebraska. Be safe in New York.
Usually it's the other way around. Or is it? I don't know. I guess it's interchangeable. I went to Nebraska, like not even like half a year ago for my cousin's wedding,
Yeah.
and God, talk about just flat place, and it's so like I don't know. There's something about driving through like the desert or big old countrysides and being like empty. But there's so much empty land on this planet, and then you consider that most of this planet's water. It's like humans don't really have that great of a footprint as far as like. I mean, we do. We obviously impact the planet, but you know, it's not like we're all standing shoulder to shoulder. I think it's like if you take every single human in the world, shoulder to shoulder, we barely take up like half the county of LA or something, or the city of LA or something like that. I don't.
I've never heard that.
It's like I always feel that way. Whenever like flying. I was gonna say like flying, and you like look down, and it's like, oh yeah, leaving Los Angeles, everything's all clumped together, and then all of a sudden you pass over the mountain range, and it's like, oh, there's nothing, there's nothing over here, and everyone's like, yeah, but real estate it's prime.
Yeah. It says here, 7 billion isn't such a space issue, or isn't a space issue for Earth. It's if everyone in the world stood shoulder to shoulder, we could all fit within the city limits of LA.
That's insane.
So
yeah.
I want to be standing shoulder to shoulder with randos from the world. Not really.
Bro, why you want to be LA? LA's trying to make it already uncomfortable.
Sorry.
Take that.
It's
You
made
guys
me.
even live technically in LA, so.
No. We do not. If someone
Even
asks,
you all don't even want to be near it.
No.
correct. I just want to be near an airport. That's all I need.
Yeah, I feel
That's
that.
fair.
Gosh.
Well, very good. That's looking forward to your guys' videos, and that's neat that you got some traveling coming up. And what about you, Sarah? What's
Still on the job search.
Sarah?
Yeah.
Still.
I've been going to Irwindale and other races to get some money in my pocket. I've been filming some low budget TV.
She's been our camera person and producer at times.
Yeah. Editor.
Yeah.
On other times.
Yeah.
That's mostly what I've been up to.
You've been you started streaming some Sea of Thieves.
I did. This Monday I streamed Sea of Thieves. I don't know when I will stream again, but maybe soon.
So Sarah does this thing where, this game is a very aggressive game.
Yeah.
In the sense that like it can be relaxing.
Yeah.
Or you can end up in shit situations like we've been ending up in a lot. But Sarah plays it to where she goes out and all she does is she basically her ship. You're able to name your ship if you're a captain. She calls it the Amazon Crime.
Oh my god.
So I just sign up for the merchant emissary, and I ship goods everywhere.
Yeah, she's Amazon.
I love
That's
that.
how I make money on the Sea of Thieves.
And so these people, like, even
As a
under
pirate.
stream, I have it up while I was at work, and you just see the ship clearly coming up to like beat the crap out of her.
Yeah.
And she's just like, "Hi," like I'm like, "Sarah, run!" And she tries this diplomacy amongst pirates.
Yeah.
I might interest you in some wares.
Yeah, I was like, I have a Reaper's generous gift and humble gift if you leave my boat alone, and they shot me and sank me.
And still took the gifts.
No.
Yes. So, yeah. But and then like she plays with like me, and I'm like, we got to be Reapers and go after ships. Yeah, we do.
Have you ever anybody roleplay as like. You ever seen a show called Our Flags Mean Death?
I have not seen
I've
it.
not
means
seen it.
that.
No.
I wonder if there's anybody who roleplays this
Dude, I'll do that.
show.
There's definitely are people who do role playing on that game. We just haven't run into any of them. I've seen on TikTok there's like a couple of guys who dress up as like fancy privateers, and they're like they go up onto ships and are like, yes, we need to collect the tax for the queen. Give us your gems,
Yeah,
your teas and your spices.
they're like wearing like the full-on wigs and like the 1880s like glasses and all that
I
crap.
love that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's pretty great.
it is pretty great.
But yeah, haven't been much up to too much other than all that.
Yeah.
How about you?
Same.
Yeah.
I took my car in to the
yeah.
shop because it started spitting oil all over the place.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like, that's not good. So I brought it in. It was what I figured it was, which wasn't a problem. But
Yeah.
over time, there's gaskets in your car that
Yeah.
will go bad. And it's just kind of a wear and tear thing.
Yeah,
where-
now that I'm like more seriously considering buying a new car, I
My
feel like
car's-
Jeffrey's car is on a speed run to be the worst of our two cars.
Oh no.
Sorry, Sarah. I guess I'm getting a car first. But yeah, so I got that done. So that, despite it being a $600 maintenance day, it was like, well, I was still able to get that stuff fixed, and hopefully, yeah. Oh, that's something I did.
What's
So
that?
my door handle broke on my car,
Oh yeah.
and I fixed it.
Yeah.
I felt like a true
He
engineer.
was a big boy.
I was like, look at me. Wow. Yeah, like, so you could buy these door handles for Corollas for like, I bought a pair on Amazon for $15.
Yeah.
And they're like, they're new. And then obviously the labor itself was free. And I pulled up a tutorial on how to do this. And while watching the tutorial and then doing it, it took me max 15 minutes.
That's awesome.
And I was like, oh, they did make cars where you can still kind of work on them. That's good.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I kind of walked around with my chest puffed out. I was like, Sarah, I'm a man.
Yeah.
I worked on a car.
Like, we used to work on cars like a
Cars
lot.
all the time.
Well, it felt different because I have always worked on cars that I didn't care about actually fixing things.
Yeah.
In this, let me rephrase that. In the sense of like, it didn't have to still look good.
Yeah. They were going into destruction.
Yeah,
zones.
like I was. Yes, we were able to get like cars to somehow run again by some miracle, but
We're like, this time I had to make it look pretty.
it's the first time I think it's the first time I've worked on my own car like that. Like, because usually if it's anything under the hood or anything involving suspension or brakes, it's like, I am not screwing with that. If I screw it up, then it's dangerous.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm not going to do it. Of course, again, I used to do all that stuff with Tommy with our cars for the low budgets. But it felt different because
Those
when
were
you're on a
junkies.
track,
Yeah.
like if my wheel broke off on the track, I'm laughing about it. If it breaks off on the freeway, I'm probably like, oh, shit. So, yeah, but you are right, Hero. I don't know why this one felt so like, I did it. But yeah, so that's about it. For me, just more racing stuff on the weekends and work during the week. I guess one thing for anybody that is around after the podcast tonight, we're going to be doing some streaming of iRacing on our Ready Player Dumb Twitch channel. So that's going to be going on. Sarah, are you excited about that?
Sure. I'll definitely be there, like I usually am for iRacing.
She's gonna go get dinner, but yeah. So yeah, that's the week in review.
Yeah.
So you don't have very much on here, and I want to double check with everybody that's here. I know Paleo. It sounds like Saber and Laura. Hero, have you seen the Mario movie?
Nah.
Was that a yes or a nah?
No.
Yeah.
I was so enthused.
haven't seen it, yeah.
Do you care about spoilers?
I'll dip out, sure.
Okay. All right.
I'll go see it at some point. Yeah.
So, Sarah, did you make a spoiler screen
I
for this?
did.
Oh, I knew you did. I knew it. I bet it's gonna be
It's
this
not
really.
it's not really all that fancy.
It's gonna be
so
this
don't
hot
look it up.
picture of Luigi, isn't it?
No.
Everyone's thirsting for Luigi after this movie came out.
Nah, well, some people are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you
Okay,
think I was
I'm gonna put up
joking?
the.
It's mostly Bowser.
Yeah, most people are attracted to
Oh, yeah.
Bowser.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
What in the fuck?
It's the
What
Jack-
planet do you live on?
What the hell? Goodness me, Jack Black. It's the Jack Black effect. Like everyone's like,
Well, everybody really liked Bowser before, but I think Jack Black also heightened it.
they were like, look, if Princess Peach
Because
won't.
Jack Black just has a level of sex appeal that he brought to the table when it comes to Bowser.
Who would have thought, right? Like, remember Jack Black when he first kind of got into like the movie making deal, and he was kind of just like, I don't know. I felt like he was often portrayed as like that guy that you're like, oh, here's Jack Black. I don't know. He's just really grown into just Jack Black.
He's an icon.
He's like wine. He gets better with age.
We got Jaxblade.
Jaxblade. We're gonna talk about the Mario movie. Have you seen it? Bye, Jax.
He has seen it.
Jaxblade?
If we have to.
All right. Well, Sarah, let's see yours. Oh, you have it up.
Yeah. I told you that I was going to pull it up. And see, I told you it wasn't that fancy, so.
Where's Luigi? Where's Bowser?
Oh, he wasn't on this poster.
You know, there wasn't near as much Bowser and Princess Peach art that I thought there'd be.
Yeah.
Oh.
You're not looking hard enough.
You're not looking
Yeah,
hard
yeah.
enough.
There's a lot more that like already exists.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah,
Am I
saw
just
a good
not
one
seeing?
this morning.
All right, well, share it with the class, guys. Come on. All right, well, folks.
There's a franchise that's like over 40 years old now. So.
So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be talking about the Mario movie. Spoilers will come up in this conversation. That is why our spoiler screen's up. If you'd like to avoid spoilers, you can mute the podcast, and then once the screen goes away, you will be safe. No spoilers for you. So, yeah, from this point forward, just know that we are discussing spoilers for the Mario movie. That said, what did everyone think?
I love how Sonic appeared at the end and was like, you need to join the Smash blow up bullshit.
Detective Pikachu there too.
Yeah.
I had to ask Sarah, what's in the egg?
What's in the
my
egg?
gosh.
Oh, yeah, at the end. Yeah. I'm like, it's Yoshi. He literally just said his name.
Like he literally says it too. Yeah.
Does he?
Yeah, he's like a Pokemon.
Yeah, he said
Yoshi.
Oh my god.
Yoshi.
Yeah, it's just-
Wow. Okay. I was confused because like I saw, like the dinosaurs do travel in herd
Did-
moment.
Yeah.
They
Did,
do even hurt.
did anybody think of Godzilla '98 when they saw that post-credit scene?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I thought of.
That's what ZJ said when we saw it together. He was like Godzilla. I was like, oh, fuck you, right. Shut up.
Yeah. Like the way it pans in and like slowly reveals the egg.
And they were trying to make it all scary because it's all dark
Yeah.
too, and it's like in the fucking sewer, and it's just like.
I wonder if they were like trying to reference that.
Oh, probably.
So, as you know, this is an Illuminations movie. Illuminations has been very hit or miss in regards
They never
to.
miss, huh?
Well, the one thing, because Sarah was telling me about the records that they've broken with this movie, and there's the obvious, like, oh yeah, I mean, it's a Mario movie, Nintendo's backing it, but also Illuminations has proven to be one of the biggest powerhouses when it comes to marketing a movie.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah.
so on that end, it's like, okay, yeah, like a lot of things aligned for this movie to do well. So obviously a success as far as box office stuff there to kick things off. But
Yeah, it's gonna hit $500 million like in a couple days.
already. So
Worldwide.
I was also telling Sarah how much I laugh at like box office record stuff because like there's all this, not saying this movie isn't doing well, but the movie like one of the records it broke was it broke the weekend, or no, it's top 5 in movies that opened on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
Like I was like, man, they really reach for some of the.
Often. Yeah.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Oh, good job, guys.
Oh,
You
on a
released on a
frickin'
really
hump
weird
day.
day.
But yeah, again, and that's not to take away with the success of the movie, but I'm curious how this movie resonated with you guys. Did you like it? Was it good? Was it what you expected? Was it not good?
You know what? I didn't do a Twitter review this because Paleo called me out
Yeah,
on it, so
I-
I was gonna do it. No, because I was going to, and then Paleo had to say something. Then me and Z were like, we're gonna fuck with Paleo for a second, and then like we waited for a bit. It was alright. It was okay.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
fine.
yeah, it was alright. Like, okay, I'll say this. I agree with like all the people where they were talking about like Chris Pratt's voice as Mario. And, like it wasn't as bad as I thought. Like honestly, like it didn't bother me at all. Like after a while, so I'm glad he did that whole thing because of the whole I'm a Mario, wahoo, and all this stuff. And I'm just like, oh god, I could not imagine 90 minutes of that shit. I'm sorry, I love you, Mario. I love you as a game, but I could not imagine that. And I love that Charles Martinet was like not only like Jumpman, but his dad. Like I love that. Like so you could like hear that rant. I thought that was pretty cool. Bowser, Jack Black, phenomenal, crushed it. The Vivitch girl, she was good. Yeah, she was good as Peach. She was good as Peach. I like that she was like badass too. Like we're like, cause there are these little Paleo. Do you remember those Mario comics from like the 90s where Peach was like a badass? Yeah, that's what they reminded me of. Those little things where she's like hiding in the prison cell, she's like whooping ass, stuff like that. So I was like, oh, that's a cool little throwback. There was a lot of throwbacks in this movie that I thought were like really handled well. Where I was like, oh, that's good. But then there was a certain point where I felt like it was turning more into like a member berry thing of like, oh, I know that, I know that. Oh my, I recognize that. Oh my god, I know that thing. I know that. And it's just like, so it's just like, I thought that could have been handled a bit better. Like Paleo said, because I watched it, the thing with like the needle drops. Like that took me out. Because like what was funny is I saw Shazam like 3 weeks ago, and they had the I Need a Hero scene in that as well. Like he literally catches a car, and it's like, whoa, did I catch you while you were listening to this song? And I was and then they just save the entire people with that song. I'm just like, what is up with this fucking song? Y'all
Shrek 2 does it
Right?
best.
Like,
I mean,
why-
Shrek 2 does it masterfully though. Like that was that was masterful. Aesthetically, I really vibe with the aesthetic. I thought the aesthetic was like really.
Oh
like,
yeah,
well done.
that's definitely like Nintendo's influence over Illumination with that, because like Nintendo's like very much a stickler with how their characters look.
Yeah.
So
and how
that
the
dog
world
was
looks.
straight out from fucking the
Secret
Yeah,
Life of
I know.
Pets.
Did not look like no fucking
there's
Mario.
That
There's
was
also
the
a
one
cat.
Illumination character in the film.
Right.
Yeah, there was also a cat that looked also very like Illumination.
Yeah.
But like as far as like the people in like when they were in Brooklyn, they looked like Mario-esque. So that was fine, and also like Mario's family, which apparently, Nintendo sent sketches to Illumination of like previous designs they had for Mario's family that they just never used.
Oh,
So,
really?
Yeah, so apparently that's like officially what Mario's family looks like, at least his mom and dad.
Nice.
Oh yeah, and they like a bunch of. I thought they were gonna have one of those like whole moments of. Well, first off, I gotta say, how old is Mario?
Right.
No one knows.
Miyamoto says he's 24.
20.
What?
Okay. Yeah.
I always thought he
right?
was like a 40-year-old.
Nah, I would peg him for mid-30s.
Yeah, I was like, is he like my age? He's like 30. Because I was like, when that whole scene of where he was in his room like playing video games was like me and shit like that. It was just like, okay. And then like, does he like live with his folks? Him and Luigi?
Seems like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, nice.
Yeah,
like,
it's because it seems like in the beginning of the movie, like they used to work for Spike Foreman, like the guy that was like taken from Wrecking Crew, which is another like weird obscure NES game,
right?
That Mario was in. So apparently like the story in the movie is like, oh yeah, they were fired from their like construction job or whatever, and Mario's like, well, let's do a plumbing business. We know pipes, like so.
Well, no,
we can do our own thing.
Right. So is like Peach like in her 20s as well then?
I
guess.
don't know.
Because
I
she
don't
was like,
think I don't think they ever revealed her age. But also like there's also that thing with Peach in the movie where she wandered into the Mushroom Kingdom, like
Yeah,
through
how the
that
fuck
same
did that
same
happen?
pipe. So
No,
yeah,
I-
yeah, I'm very interested to see like if they explore that in a sequel or something.
Mhm.
Since like that's always a question is like, oh yeah, Peach has or Princess Toadstool as well, like that she's also been called, that she's always like been in the Mushroom Kingdom, but like she's the only human, so it's like,
Haley, you just
why are you
reminded me-
here?
You just reminded me of something I heard in the theater. Just 'cause
What?
I hate to say it, it's just you know, like it was some Boondocks moment. And it's just like we were walking out the theater, and there's this black dude. He was talking to his friend. He's like, "Yo, man, I don't know why they call that motherfucker Toad. He ain't no frog." And shit like that. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know, like it was just like I don't know. You know when you just walk out and you
Mo-
hear something.
Movie ruined.
It's just like no, I just like it was one of those things where I was going to the bathroom because I've been like holding it most of the time, and I just heard that while I was walking out, and it was just one of those like background voices you hear like in the Boondock Show when they just talk in the back. And it's
Yes,
I
and they're
just
so
started,
clear.
yeah, I just cracked up. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? You don't know.
Yeah, I overheard a kid talking about Bowser.
Oh yeah.
The kid was like, it's so funny. He loves Peach even though he's so big and she's so small.
Aw.
Sweet
Hey, that's
summer
all.
child.
Goodness.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Not
You know what I just thought of? That damn fucking Hulk Black Widow gift. That's all I'll say.
Oh my god.
That's all. Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm not saying that in any way it would have been a good relationship or that he deserved it. But for some reason I found myself actually rooting for Bowser.
Cute.
I was
Right,
like
okay.
aw, he really likes her.
Yeah. I'm a
bad
Stockholm
at the
syndrome.
wrong-
harass,
So
she loves me.
he's gonna blackmail her. Okay.
It's so sweet.
Sure.
No one can stop me. Oh, yeah.
It's like date me or destroy everything.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
The makings of the perfect
You see,
relationship.
some critics got mad at that. It's like, this is a bad lesson for you. I was like, of course it's a bad. He's a fucking bad guy. What the fuck are you talking about?
He's a
Okay.
villain.
It's just like-
Yeah.
Yeah. Jeez.
That's a weird grape.
Yeah.
Well,
Right?
bad guys doing bad things.
You can't have bad people in movies, or kids will think that it's good to be
Yeah.
sad.
really
It's-
problematic that this evil villain was trying to. it's just-
Yeah, as far as the story goes, it's like very basic. It's like a basic like Mario like story or
Yeah.
whatever.
Mm.
And also like as far as like Illumination goes, I think Despicable Me 1 is still like a better story.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, Despicable Me 1's their best film.
Yeah.
No contest.
But this is by far their best looking film though. Like,
Yeah.
It is incredible looking. With like the world they built and everything looks so toy-like and shiny and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It was like,
Oh.
oh yeah, because like everything I was seeing, because like, as like a big Nintendo and Mario fan, everything I see, I'm like, I know everything here.
Yeah.
Right. It was just like, I know that.
I told Sarah because we didn't have anyone like super close to us, so I was like, "Hey, if there's any references you think I should get, like, you could just whisper them to my ear."
Yeah.
And she pointed out Charles Martinet at the
Yeah.
very beginning, and then she didn't have a single other update throughout the entire movie, and I was just like,
Well,
"Okay, I guess I'm not missing anything." And then
And then I turned to her at the end of the film and I'm like, yeah, if I was going to point out like everything that I was catching, you wouldn't have seen the movie.
yeah,
Yeah, because like it's because not just the visual stuff. Because like what I want to work on like this week for the video is going over the soundtrack, because the soundtrack has so many different references from the games, like even stuff that was like recent. Like they used a track from Bowser's Fury, which came out like a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Like not like a different orchestration of it, but like literally they just used the track.
Oh.
Like when you first see Bowser's minions and everything, when it has like that big sweeping camera shot, you hear
Oh.
that Bowser's Fury song.
Nice.
We have a couple super chats that have come in. Nathaniel Foga saying definitely felt like a big budget version of the Super Show, especially with the use of licensed music in the film, and in the aspect it was pretty enjoyable for me.
The Super Show is ridiculous.
And Anime Guy once sent a super chat saying, "Ice wedding dress Peach was amazing."
Ice wedding dress Peach.
Yeah.
I can't believe that she said that she would marry him, and then she took it back.
Yeah, and then she
What a
throws
bitch.
him at his own wedding.
Oh my god!
I do love the like whole like when he was setting up like, and now I'm going to have a fairy tale wedding.
Yeah.
I was just like, that's so great.
That was good.
I enjoyed when they were practicing.
Yeah.
How he was gonna ask her.
Yeah.
And then the
him
guy.
and Kamek had like such a Lord Hater and Commander Peepers vibe.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they did definitely.
He's all dressed up for the occasion.
Damn song still stuck in the head too.
What song?
Peaches, 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 peaches,
Bitches,
Yeah.
bitches, bitches. That's all I've been seeing. Too many.
peaches.
You know what's funny is like if you go on YouTube, like that's like the first thing that pops up when you type peaches, but then there's just a Justin Bieber song underneath it, and that comment section was just as entertaining as you would think. It's just like, man, Bowser said this shit, and you trash, son, and shit like that. I can't even believe it.
So I guess at the end of the day, the big question is, were you guys happy with what you got?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
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 It
It was
wasn't
not
better than Mortal Kombat, but okay.
It was exactly as good as I was expecting it to be. But that's not to say that I was like particularly impressed with, the
Yeah.
story or anything. It's pretty
Right.
fairly basic.
Yeah, I feel like at this point I've calibrated my expectations properly for Illuminations films
Yeah.
to where I'm not like
Going to be
there's
safe.
there's moments in this movie. They had one in the trailer,
Yeah.
but there's a few moments in the movie where you go, okay, that's where an Illuminations executive said, "We get this."
Yeah.
Like but we're adorable. It's like, okay, Illuminations, check. There were a few other moments or lines in the movie where it was like, okay, like someone was like, "Can we please put this in, please?" But no,
They definitely did that with the licensed music, because like literally on the original score soundtrack, there's songs for those scenes that were not used. So
Yeah.
Illumination
That's
definitely had
horribly
influence on saying-
frustrating.
Yeah. So Illumination definitely had like influence to say like we're gonna put this instead, and
Yeah.
they were like, oh, okay.
didn't
Because like the stuff on the original score soundtrack sounds amazing.
I believe it.
I thought I saw somewhere, it might have even been from one of you, discussion about a song that got replaced.
Yeah.
With the
When
Donkey
they entered the
Kong one.
Yeah, and when they enter the Kong Kingdom, they play "Take on Me," but they did a rendition of the Donkey Kong Country theme when they enter there, and it sounds super good, and they just didn't use it.
Huh.
They just replaced it with "Take on Me."
Why? What would take on me for what? Like, why? What does that even match the scene? Like, what are they trying to take on?
Because people will recognize it. Ugh.
Oh, well, that doesn't make any sense to me, Laura, my dear.
Yeah.
Because
It does have me wonder if like because the Japanese release hasn't come out yet. It comes out at the end of the month. Which is really weird because like
So
it's Nintendo.
is Seth Rogen gonna get like in his
The bit where he did his just like stereotypical Seth Rogen laugh, I was just like,
Right.
God.
Yeah, it's just like you knew it was gonna. Well, it was funny. Like I'll let Paleo finish his point. But like I was watching an interview with Seth Rogen, and he was just like, because he wanted the DK rap in there because he loved that the Donkey Kong video game. But also he was just like, they approached me about being Donkey Kong. It's just like, I don't have to do a voice, right? Because like if anyone comes to me for a voice, I'm just doing this voice. Like I can act, but I'm just doing this voice and stuff like that. And then like he was just like his laugh did fit that scene like so perfectly.
Yeah.
It
I was just like,
Yeah.
But I'm still like, God damn it.
Right, I was like,
Yeah,
oh.
with the Japanese release, what I was saying was I do wonder, like with the Japanese release, if that does not have the licensed tracks. 'Cause it does make me think that like, oh, there is like a different edit to the audio.
Maybe.
With all of the original score and like none of the licensed tracks, because it really seems like it from what they released with that soundtrack.
Yeah.
Of like, because there was even a thread on Twitter like showing like, oh, here's where all these tracks that were on the soundtrack, that weren't in the movie would fit.
That was like Digimon the movie compared to the Japanese Digimon the movie.
Yeah, just like that.
Yeah.
There you go.
What I was thinking.
Exactly. No, because I mean I think they would do that though. I think why would they play like? Do they usually do that? Do they keep the needle drops in Japan?
No idea.
I don't know, because like this is like a movie that definitely feels like it should have an all original score, and it seems like it does. It's just like for this like version of the movie that's like the international worldwide one is like they're just all of the needle drops are in.
Well.
But I was gonna bring up Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong in the movie I did like, and I liked his sort of like rivalry with Mario, because that's really where Mario started, was with Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
Well, Paleo, I have a question about that. So isn't like Cranky Kong, because from what I learned, because I was watching Mario videos, they said that Cranky Kong was the original Donkey Kong.
Yeah,
from the
that is a bit of a retcon in this movie with Cranky Kong, because like for Donkey Kong, like Donkey Kong Country, when you first start out that game, you see Cranky Kong and he's like playing the old Donkey Kong music. And then, like, Donkey Kong comes in, and like puts on his boombox, and plays like the new Donkey Kong Country music. But with that, because like with that, it's like, oh yeah, the new Donkey Kong is actually Donkey Kong Jr.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that's why he calls him Dad.
Okay, that's good. Was he his dad
But
in
yeah,
the old show?
as far as this Mario, it's like, oh yeah, we're just gonna ignore that like that early lore for Mario and just be like, oh,
when he was a bad guy.
Yeah. This is just gonna start out with like Super Mario Brothers, where like they get sucked into a mushroom kingdom or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Also, is it true, like in the actual video game verse, that Mario's name is Mario? That's not just a '93 movie joke.
That's, I believe, still just the '93 movie. I
looked it up.
They don't say it in this movie either.
Yeah.
Mario, because I looked that up on the Mario wiki, and it was like Mario, and I was just like, and it was showing the video game character, and I was just like, are you serious? Like, are you serious?
Goofy
Yeah,
goof.
I wonder what his mom and dad
Yeah, no.
call him.
See, that's what it says right here. I go to like the thing. It says full name Mario. So I guess they are the Mario brothers, but still, it's just like.
Yeah. Speaking of Cranky Kong, his voice was the biggest gripe that I have with this movie.
Definitely.
He sounded like he was reading a teleprompter from like 50 yards away whenever he spoke, and I was like, eh.
Should have been Larry David.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, I was expecting him to sound more like, I mean,
Ed
well,
Asner.
because Ed Asner would have been good, but, with Cranky, because like if you watch like the Donkey Kong Country, like the 3D cartoon from the '90s, like that Cranky like sounds like Cranky.
Is that his dad in that show? I can't remember.
I don't know.
I need to
believe he
watch that
is.
show. That show was stupid. That show was funny, stupid.
No, it was yeah. I mean, at the end of it, I had fun with it. I
Yeah.
think Sarah, the way she described it, I think you said it was cute,
It was cute.
and it was like,
I enjoyed it.
yeah, it was.
Yeah.
You know, I
One thing I would say
I
is,
wanted
like-
a little more Luigi.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I was
I
like,
wanted, like any
we
Luigi.
we didn't have much Luigi. It's just like him and Mario in the beginning, and then when they get sucked in, it's like, oh yeah, he's at the Bowser's dungeon, and he's there for like the rest of the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, Paleo, question. Where was Bowser Jr.?
he hasn't made it yet.
Yeah,
Like, I mean,
yes.
like he hasn't had laid in. Is he eight? Is he like
Because
Godzilla?
I don't know like when if they'd like introduce Bowser Jr. in the sequels or whatever, or if they introduce the Koopalings, which would be a whole different thing because there's like 7 of those.
Oh yeah. And then okay, so like, and then like Daisy and Rosalina, do they have to come through a portal too then? If Peach came through a portal, like
I don't know.
hypothetically. Ah, that's interesting.
Though the thing is, it's funny that they choose Illumination for like Mario because Illumination retcons things all the fucking time with Despicable Me.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, yeah.
Those damn fucking things start off as fucking corn pieces, and now they're like,
yeah.
whatever.
Like they even in Minions 2, they retconned how Gru met the Minions. Like,
But wait, didn't they, in Minions 1 they show?
yeah, they showed up at Gru shows up at the very end of Minions 1, and then like in Minions 2, they show up at his door, and he's like, "Who are you people?" or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh wow,
What? Did you?
Yeah.
that's weird.
That's
Well, hopefully, freaking, that's silly.
Well, I guess any more it seems to me, I will say this, I certainly felt like throughout the movie that because like one thing I'll try to do if I am watching a movie, say of a franchise that I haven't seen yet, like of movies, I'll typically try to catch up on all those movies. Like I did this with Scream before I saw Scream 5. And I'll try to catch up with all of it. But when it comes to Mario, it's like, oh, I would have had to like, I don't even know where I'd start with Mario outside of like the games, which I haven't really played that much because I was not in a Nintendo household. So, yeah, like it felt weird sitting there knowing there was a lot of stuff that the people around me were getting that I was just like, a thing. It's a character. Right. I don't know who this is. It
You ever have those moments when you're like in a theater and then like some character shows up and the whole crowd's like, oh, and you're just like, oh, like, yeah.
That happens a
lot
with
Blue Shell.
It happens.
Blue Shell.
For me, it's with superhero movies where there'll be
everybody pretended to know who Thanos was when he first showed up.
I watched a Silver Surfer cartoon in the 90s. So,
There's been so many like after credit scenes that me and Jeffrey have watched for like Marvel characters, and like there's usually at least one person that knows the character that shows up,
and they always react
like,
the same way.
Oh my god!
Yeah. Holy shit!
You know who you know which movie where like nobody did anything?
Eternals.
When Eternals. Yeah, the ending scene for Eternals is like, who?
Yeah, who the fuck are you? Yeah, even I was like I remember my friend looked over at me. I'm like, don't look at me, man. I fucking I like read the comics. So I was just like, I don't fucking know who these people are.
Wait, I didn't even see Eternals. Who showed up at the end of that?
I don't know.
It was.
We still don't know.
Fuck. It wasn't like because Thor: Love and Thunder, that one was pretty obvious. But then like at the other, fuck, I can't remember. I hate Eternals. That is the worst MCU film. I'm sorry, people who love that movie. I hate that movie.
Yeah,
but yeah.
Who? Wait 1 second. Who shows up at end?
Here, while you type that, I'm gonna read a super chat from Anime Guy 1.
Yeah.
Saying Bowser's piano had the name Ludwig von Koopa.
Oh, nice. I didn't notice that. That's one of the Koopalings is Ludwig.
Ludwig. Okay, so that his like. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so in the next film, is the bad guy gonna be Wario then?
Waluigi.
They might try Bowser again, like having him like try have his minions like release him or something.
Maybe he'll reform, and then he'll be a good guy, and then he'll get
material.
Then he gets Peach.
I thought they were.
And then he and Luigi get together.
No.
No.
They all just get together. Except Mario, because it'd be weird. Sorry, Mario.
Are you trying to figure out who came at the end?
I did, but this feels like it would be a character that would be known, but maybe it's the wrong one.
Who is it?
It said, it says, it was revealed shortly after Eternal's theatrical release that the scene's mystery character, like I said, maybe this isn't the end, Mahershala Ali's Blade.
He wasn't in Blade. That wasn't Blade. He wasn't in that movie. I would have like been freaking out if I saw Blade in that movie.
Yeah, what? Huh?
Did I read the wrong?
You mean the
one?
black? I mean the Black Knight showed up at like the very end.
Is there help?
It says it's Mahershala Ali's a Blade, who is set to appear in his MCU solo film sometime in the next few years.
I would have.
Yeah,
that
but
is
yeah,
that is
it-
literally
yeah,
half
he-
my
yeah,
name. I
'cause-
would've
yeah.
It says while the Eternals post-credit scene doesn't reveal much about what's next for either Dane or Blade, it does set up.
Oh, it says the mystery voice at the post-credit scene is Blade. What? Is there a voice at the end?
Was it the sword talking? Because he had that black
Was it?
sword. I have not. I refuse to watch that movie again. That movie was awful, bloody film, mate.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
It felt like it lasted forever, didn't it?
Yeah.
Almost like it
Yeah.
was eternal.
Long movie.
Eternal.
Waka waka.
All right. Well, are we done talking about the Mario movie? Does
Well-
anyone
Yeah,
else-
it's.
Oh, I was
it's-
gonna mention the power up. I love like the different power ups they show because like there's a couple ones that I was not expecting them to use.
The furry power
Like-
up.
Yeah, because I remember seeing the clip they posted of Cat Mario. I was like, oh, cool. But before that, he used the mini mushroom, which that's also from like New Super Mario Brothers, where that was introduced. Which I guess it makes sense for them to use that one because like Mini Mario in New Super Mario Brothers, that's like one of the best-selling DS games, so of course they would use it.
Bailey, I have a question when you finish that
What?
thought. Okay.
But
How
oh yeah, the ice flower like people said in the chat like seeing the ice flower was nice too. That was
Yeah.
cool.
Oh yeah. Okay. How fucking durable is Mario without those fucking mushrooms? Because like he's getting beat
He's
the
very
fuck up by a
durable.
gorilla,
Yeah.
and I'm just like,
Well-
what? Like, because they
Yeah,
cartoon character.
it's mainly just like cartoon logic.
No,
Yeah.
but like
It's like-
they come back because it's like, oh, this is the real world, and you're just a regular plumber. I mean, you're an athletic plumber, no lie. But then it's just like this
because like
motherfucker's
the
getting
way
beat
the
up
way
by
I
a Harambe.
see like Nintendo's franchises is that anything in the Mario universe I see as a cartoon. Like just
Even
like
though
a very
it's-
cartoony like thing.
Yeah.
Whereas like Zelda's like their fantasy series, and then like Metroid's like their sci-fi series or whatever. Whereas like Mario, I see as like, oh, that's their main thing, and it's just very cartoony.
Okay.
They did.
Like a
I
more
mean,
subdued Toon Force.
he had a faux black eye at one point. Mario did.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was getting beat
Yeah.
up by Bowser at the end. Before he
Yeah.
went Super
He
Saiyan.
kind of had his
Yeah.
eye like, oh.
Yeah. So that was
Dude,
that was cool.
can you give that like? Come on, for a plumber, that guy like really figured out a flying obstacle course, like in 10 hours. Like that's pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same
Yeah.
day. basically.
Determination.
Yeah.
Same day, hitting those boxes and stuff like that. I think like, I guess from a perspective, I guess I'm still mixed on how they decided to do like the power, like, oh, hit the box, do it like that, because I get what they're doing with it, but like, and I don't know, like I could have been handled, like, but I think it's fine for what it is for now. I don't know why my brain was like, it worked though.
It worked. Well,
Well, does anybody else have any words they would like to say? Speak
Okay.
now or forever hold your peace.
Top 5 video game move series is
Move series.
it's okay. Last of Us is in there, and then we got Arcane, and then we
Oh, I
got
love that
Castlevania, and then we got Mortal Kombat 95 still at the top. Baby, don't at me. Here we go.
Cyberpunk is really
Cyberpunk. That's anime. No one counts anime. We ain't weebs. Okay.
Hey, Netflix says Castlevania's an anime.
No, they're
so,
wrong,
like,
and they'll tell them that to their face. I don't know who needs to say that. I got into an argument about that. I was like, Castlevania's an. No, it's not. It's like Avatar. It's a cartoon.
It's a cartoon.
It's a cartoon.
let me have the cackle. All right. Well, I think we're going to pull down the spoiler screen. Sarah's putting on
My glasses
her glasses.
so I can see what I'm clicking.
Are you gonna get a new prescription?
Yeah, I need to. I haven't had my eyes checked in like 8 years.
I don't know if I've had
Yeah,
mine.
girl.
Yeah.
Sarah, go get them
Excuse
checked
me.
Yeah.
right now. I'll finish the podcast.
No.
You'll be back before it's over. All right.
Wow.
We did?
We
We
did.
figured we would, though.
Yeah.
So, I guess
Can't
of
believe there's a
note...
40-minute Luigi and Bowser sex scene.
Yeah, man, that was really like.
I'm sorry, Hero.
So-
You weren't supposed to hear about that. But just know that it's really good. It's really
Yeah,
good.
throwing a hot dog and a donut.
Actually, wouldn't that work? Just okay?
Yeah.
Like one of those little hostess ones.
Oh, okay.
Terrible.
I was wondering if people. Well, no, never mind. Sarah. Oh, I was gonna say, Sarah and I have seen a couple other movies. We won't get into them, but
You see Dungeons and Dragons?
We did.
I
We did.
love that.
Yeah,
We
it's a
did,
fun
yeah.
movie.
oh, is that
I
a
enjoyed
movie?
it.
Who else has seen Dungeons and Dragons here? Out of curiosity. Anyone else? Just Jax?
Yeah, just me, I guess. But it was
Yeah, it's fun.
good. It
Um,
was fun. It's not really a spoiler type movie. It's just like, oh, that was just a generally good movie. I was surprised.
Mhm.
All right, like I saw like the rating on Rotten Tomatoes like being like from both like 90%. I was like, are
Yeah.
you serious? Okay.
Oh, I
So, like,
didn't.
just
I didn't
wanted to
know.
check it out.
Yeah, I didn't know it did that well with critics, but I agree. It
A
was.
lot of cool practical effects that they did too.
Oh yeah. Oh, I love the beginning with like the dragon person
Mm-hmm.
and then like the raven person
Yeah.
and whatever they are. Like that scene was
Yeah.
freaking phenomenal. But the whole part where like they're trying to get out of jail and they were like gonna let him go regardless. You're just like, wait, we set you free, and they try.
Jonathan.
Jonathan.
Yeah.
Jonathan, there you are.
Nah, that was. I too had a lot of fun with that movie. I was wondering if I would even get it because, I'm not one with Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh,
That's the
same.
thing with Dungeons and Dragons because the whole point of the game is basically to tell stories with your friends, and like so it can be any story and it can still be considered Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
Be contrary.
So what you're saying is that any movie could be Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Holy shit! Let's fix 65, Paleo.
Zootopia was Dungeons
Make it a
and
dragon
Dragons.
movie.
Oh man, I love that one. Speaking
Yeah,
of,
Zootopia homebrew. We can...
I literally imagine someone has done a Zootopia Dungeons.
Oh, I guarantee you that that's been a thing. Like some
not a chance
Pathfinder variant that's just
Yeah.
in Zootopia.
Zootopia
Oh.
D&D.
Isn't there like literally like an official like Milo Pony like
Yeah, there's a
Yeah,
Pathfinder.
yeah.
Yep. I cannot. Yeah, there's so much D&D for Zootopia. It's crazy. Also, I didn't realize that was the kid from that movie. Like made me feel old because like the kid from It was in it. And I was just like, oh, that's her. And she was like, she's like in her 20s now. I'm like, wait, when did that movie come out? And I was like, oh, that came out like 2017. They started filming. I was like, shit. Damn.
oh, that's where I've seen her from. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Yeah. Crazy.
Okay.
Well, shall we open for Q&A?
Before we do,
Okay.
well, let's open questions for Q&A at this point. Hashtag SPP questions. You can submit them on Twitter. We will prioritize those since
chats.
the super
Send
chats.
super chats. The
Send
more
super
chats.
Do it. Before we do, though, since our last podcast, we've had April 1st come and go. And I'm wondering if anyone either did or experienced or saw any particularly good April Fool's jokes.
Hate April Fool's Day, so no.
I got out
The general
unscathed.
consensus among everybody is that we don't actually do anything on April Fool's Day anymore.
I feel like it's almost become a corporate thing now.
Yeah.
It kind of has,
Go figure.
Yeah.
which is why I hate it.
I have always hated it. It sucks.
Which there's some things that video game companies have done of like, oh, they'll just release like an actual game. Like
Yeah,
on
no,
April Fool's.
the Mario, the Sonic.
Sonic thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
the
was great.
Sonic, the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog.
What was
yeah.
the Sonic?
That's fun. I'm
Yeah,
down
they
for that.
released a game, a murder mystery game.
Oh, yeah.
That's cute.
That's great.
Among Us had the horse
Yeah.
people.
Among-Us.
We played that
Yeah.
a little bit.
We wrangled.
We had to. Yeah.
Coming soon to Ready Player Dumb.
Ooh. So you guys could check that out. Yeah. This is just a side note before we hop into questions. On Ready Player Dumb, we just wrapped up Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah, today was the last episode
Nice.
of Kingdom Hearts 3.
Wow, did you play all the other Kingdom Hearts too?
Yeah.
When we started Ready Player Dumb in 2020, the first game we were starting with, like literally started recording with, was Kingdom Hearts 1.
Oh, nice.
And that was because the whole point of it was to get to this point of playing Kingdom Hearts 3. And I'd only
so
played.
You could go into the totally existent Zootopia world, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're waiting for
Hopefully
Kingdom
we'll
Hearts
be
4.
in Kingdom Hearts 4.
It'll be Kingdom Hearts 4, yeah.
I'm hoping, but yeah, no, I was just
They
like,
got a sequel? Yeah, it's gonna be in Kingdom Hearts 4.
it felt like borderline like emotional, where I was just like, damn, like both at when we started the game, but also when I finished it, just because I was like, wow, like this has literally been 3 years in the making, going through all of the Kingdom Hearts games to get to this point.
Yeah.
Which there are
a
many.
chain of memories to get to this point. Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, which thankfully that's like way in the back of my mind.
Yeah.
It's so long ago, but I'll tell you, yeah, that was a journey.
Yeah.
And honestly, like this was my takeaway from it, was honestly, it paid off, because I didn't realize how much Kingdom Hearts 3 was going to like if you didn't play the other games, you'd have no idea what's going on. You'd be
Well,
like,
did you still have any idea that was going on? Curious, like genuine.
I at least recognized some of the characters.
Okay.
I was
But
like,
did you understand like all of their motives?
No.
Yeah,
Like
it gets a
like
little-
there were
you
like
gotta
3
watch
main
Not-
bad
yeah,
guys.
Not all of them.
Yeah, there were like 3 main bad guys at the end, and I'm like,
And then there's suddenly a cat who's voiced by Haru from Beastars.
yeah. I was like, what the fuck?
So that is actually from the mobile game,
Yeah.
and it's so weird they added that in.
They were just like, what if we brought everything in? And that's not always the right answer.
Right.
In
But
fact,
I did like a
very rarely is.
Yeah.
I did like this sort of conclusion with I forgot what they call the trio, but it's like the trio from 358 over 2 days or whatever.
Is that the Aqua Trio?
The DS
Axel
one.
Roxas.
The-
Oh, that's
Aqua
the sea
Trio?
salt trio.
The sea salt ice cream trio.
Yeah.
Hearing
Yeah,
Race
I-
talk about Kingdom Hearts is absolutely fucking blowing me away. That's really weird.
He's been playing it for the past 3 years.
I know, and even so.
The thing is
Hey, tell me about Marluxia. What do you like about Marluxia?
He's really edgy.
which one's Marluxia?
He's the one with the pink hair.
He's the one with the pink hair.
He turns into rose petals when he disappears. And I called him edgy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does this answer your question about how much I've retained? I'm like, who?
I wanted to ask you, how did you like the Pirates World?
I really enjoyed it.
The story was very
Yeah.
segmented in that one. And I was like,
Yeah.
huh?
It was.
I was very impressed by the Pirates World. How good it looked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, the way like Davy Jones like they did it in that game, I was like, this almost looks like the movie. Wow.
Yeah. It looked. I mean, the whole. So my big takeaways, obviously, I talk about this also in our last episode, but my takeaways from the game was I loved, above anything else of any Kingdom Hearts games, the gameplay in Kingdom Hearts 3 for me.
It's extraordinarily good.
Oh my god, I love just
very
all the
fun.
crap that they're like. I enjoy games like this where they're like, we're gonna, instead of you, like, at times you focus on one character or one person, but I love like the aspect when they're like, we're gonna throw 1,000 little bad guys at you, but we're gonna give you some beefed up shit to just wreck them
The
with.
Big Thunder Mountain Train.
I'm like, what the
Blow 'em all
fuck?
up.
I loved all of those extra, like, I loved all of those, like, all the ride-based moves,
I figured you really like that.
Oh, yeah, no, I was thrilled with the gameplay of this game.
Yeah.
Thrill rides.
So, Yeah, no, I was that was
There still is technically more Kingdom Hearts to go before Kingdom Hearts 4. There's the Remind DLC,
yeah.
Yeah.
something else, and then
There's
a rhythm
also
game.
Memory of Melody, where that's actually very fun to go through, especially since you've like played all the games now, because it's just like a rhythm game, like playing all of the music that you've heard for like the past 3 years.
I feel like now that I've put all that effort and time into getting to Kingdom Hearts 3, and now it's like, all right, now start getting to work for Kingdom Hearts 4. I almost feel like Mr. Incredible, where I'm like, I'm not strong enough. It's like, oh my god,
Yeah, me too.
we're not done.
Thankfully, like the Remind DLC isn't that long.
Okay.
And also, Memory of Melody is just like a breeze to play through. You can play it at any difficulty, and it's just fun listening to the music.
Yeah. Well, I will reiterate this though, for anybody that's looking to go through the Kingdom Hearts stuff and asks whether or not it's needed or worth it to go through the story so far package, I highly recommend doing it, because if you're gonna, I should say, if you care about literally the entire story happening around you, then you're gonna want to do that. So
yeah,
and I didn't think it was gonna be that critical. Honestly, I thought there was gonna be a lot of stuff where it's like, oh, they're not really gonna hit on this in Kingdom Hearts. It might be mentioned.
No, you need all that.
All of it.
Yeah.
Holy shit. So, anyways, I want to also thank our resident Kingdom Hearts experts, because I know we were asking you guys back when we were starting this, hey, how much do we actually have to do?
All of it.
I don't remember that Kingdom Hearts stuff. Now Paleo's the expert. I don't remember that stuff anymore.
Yeah, because like it's funny because like at the beginning of the podcast, you were saying like how I'll play like through everything in a series of a game before a game comes out, and like I don't do that all often. And I was like, wait, I did that for Kingdom Hearts. I did that for Samus Returns. I played through like all the 2D Metroids again. I did it for Ratchet and Clank. For Rift Apart, I played through every Ratchet and Clank game. And even before Breath of the Wild came out, I played through like most of the mainline Zelda games.
Sorry, I don't do that.
Even for the Mario movie, I'm like, I want to play through every 3D Mario on stream.
Gosh. We got a super chat.
Anime Guy 01 says Chirithy was also in the movie. What movie?
Chirithy?
Chirithy is the cat character.
Oh, in the back cover movie.
Was she?
Yeah.
I don't even remember.
I think so.
The what?
The movie with the unicorn guy.
I feel
when the
lady.
master of masters or whatever the fuck is his name.
Oh, is that the one where they're all wearing their
Master.
animal clothes?
Yeah, they're all furries.
Yeah, they're all furries. They're like old school furries though, where I feel like they actually like killed a lion to wear its head, and it's like, ew. I don't know. I'm a bear.
I don't know.
I was really like, when that all popped up, I was like, oh yeah, those guys are a thing.
Yeah, they're
Right.
around.
All right, well, to move into the Q&A section, we got a super chat from Fritz Rolly.
Okay.
Fritz Rolly is how it's said?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. I almost did it wrong the first time.
Yes.
Fritz Rolly asks, have you ever had fans randomly approach you while doing regular activities or even at special events, i.e. parties, weddings, honeymoons, etc.? We saw someone at Walmart.
Yeah. Yeah. That's my Pop-Tart story. I was holding 2 boxes of Pop-Tarts, and I'm like, Sarah, one of these is 1 cent cheaper. We should get that one. And I saw out of the corner of my eye, one of the workers at Walmart stopped walking and was just kind of staring at me. And I'm like, are they going to... I was like...
Put their 2 cents in on which Pop-Tart.
Yeah, or were they just like, what an idiot? I don't know. And that's when I kind of turned and was like, hi. And the person goes, are you ACRacebest? And I'm like, no. but if I ever jokingly do say no, I'll let them know, like, no, that's me, yeah. There's been times at Irwindale where we've had people coming out. There's actually a few guys that I've seen at conventions that have also been at Irwindale for nights, and it's always fun kind of seeing the crossover there. So seen that. And yeah, I bumped into someone at a donut shop in the middle
Of nowhere.
in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
That was a weird one. That was like, whoa. I didn't even think I'd see a person. And so, yeah.
Yeah.
But
It's
never.
happened so many times.
I was gonna say for me, never. I don't think I ever had a wedding or a honeymoon at a honeymoon, at my many honeymoons. Jax, were you saying you've had a couple?
Oh yeah, quite a few times. Like sometimes, there was one time a couple years back, where a person was watching my YouTube videos in the gym, and I was like, I walked right behind them, and I noticed him. And I was like, that guy's a dork, isn't he? And I was like, yeah. And I was like, what? And it was just like, it's like that was a fun one. Another one that happened like fairly recently was I was going to get my laptop repaired, and I was just like, oh fuck, it's all like the battery was expanding, and so like I'm just gonna go take this to a store. So I go to the store and I'm like waiting in line and stuff like that, and I talk to the guy and we have like a full conversation and stuff like that. And it's just like, oh yeah, it looks like this is what's going on with this. I can do this and do that. And I was like, okay, yeah. And it's like, don't worry, I'll get it done real quick so you can get back to making Tough Like the Tunes. And I was like, oh, that. And I was like, wait a second. And I like looked at that. I was like, what'd you just say? And it's just like, oh yeah, I'm a big fan of your YouTube, dude. I was like, dude, and shit like that. So that was a fun one. He gave me like upgrade, but though a part of me was just like, I hope he doesn't scroll through certain things on that computer. But okay, like that was like a thing right there. But it's happened at the theater a few times too. Cause like what'll happen is like they'll do this thing where they'll stare, they'll look, well they'll double take. Actually, it's a triple take. They'll do this thing where they walk by, they turn back. They turn back again. They're still walking, and then like they'll turn around. And it's like, go. I'm sorry. I have to ask. Are you? And I'm like, yes. Because like that was, that's happened a few times. It doesn't happen fairly recently, just because we're like, I still wear a mask just because I like the ninja aesthetic, because I'm a Mortal Kombat fan, so I still like wearing my stylish ones. So, but yeah, like if I'm out, like if I go to Hot Topic or something like that, occasionally I'll get noticed. It happened. When I was at a grocery store, someone noticed me like getting like shakes and stuff like that because they were getting the same stuff. So yeah, it's happened a few times. So I think it's just it's funny though. It's always just one of those humbling experiences. Like, oh, thanks. Please don't be crazy. So yeah.
Paleo, weren't you? I can't remember if this was you or Gabe, but weren't you spotted at a movie theater?
Yeah. There was actually somebody who worked at the movie theater I go to that said, "Oh hey, I've seen you from Brony's React."
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and then like a random time at GameStop, somebody recognized me from my videos, because I was like looking. That was back when I was like looking for the NES Classic when that came out. But I don't really get recognized for like my video stuff anymore because like I don't show myself in videos, like I used to. But like, if anything, it will be because of Brony's React.
Yeah. No,
Nice.
I get noticed for Brony's React on TikTok a lot. It's like,
Oh,
you're
really?
the guy from Brony's React. Oh my god, you used to cry so much. It was like, I still do, bitch, and shit like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Little
is.
doodle, motherfucker.
I'm thinking back to when Jax was like, "Oh, hopefully he didn't go through my computer." But if anything, if he did, he'd be like, "Oh yeah, this is definitely Jax."
Yeah.
I don't think there'd be
Show
any
my
surprises.
snake
Yeah. We have another super chat, unless anyone else had any. All right.
No.
Base. The question is, now we'll avoid spoilers on this one, so we'll give just general thoughts just in case. But the question is, have any of y'all seen the Owl House finale? And if so, what did you think of it and the show
No
as a whole?
spoilers, please.
Not at all. Not at all. Though last week, me and Katie, actually 2 weeks ago, me and Katie like were just like, oh, we miss each other. Let's have a day. So like we like spent like 6 hours in a call, like watching like a bunch of Owl House and eating. We ordered food and stuff like that. It was cool. It was cool catching up, Katie. So yeah, it was that was it. But
I actually
we
watched
haven't
it like a couple days ago.
Yeah, we haven't seen any of season 3. Like, but it was like 40. They're each like 40 minutes.
Yeah,
or something like
there's
that,
only
so.
3 episodes, and each one is like like the first 2 are 44 minutes, and then the final one's like 56 minutes.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, we'll probably catch up on that sometime later. Then.
I have not seen a single episode of Owl House.
Well, it's about this girl named Luz, and she lives with these frogs, and they're like pretty bad.
She lives with these frogs.
No,
Yeah.
no. You know what's so funny? Is like, okay, so this dead ass happened. So like, me and Katie were watching Owl House, and then like, we were talking about like a plot point, and I was just like, I think that was Amphibia. I was like, no, that was Owl House. It was like, no.
I have
Like,
the same problem though.
yeah, it was just like, what the? Was that Owl House or Amphibia? Because they're just like there's parts where they're like they seem like they interconnected places where it
Yeah.
feels like the
They
same show.
parallel.
Yeah, and it's just like, oh wow, like yeah. So that was funny because we had this whole thing where it's like, no, I'm pretty sure that was an episode of Amphibia, not Owl House, like that. So yeah.
Alrighty. Well, Sarah, what other questions do we've got here?
Let's see here. Let's see. Ozzy, I'll ask a question. I know you hate this, but what are your thoughts on Disney announcing that there's going to be a live-action remake of Moana?
That's stupid.
It's dumb.
I'm
It's so
confused. To me, it's just the timeline of this announcement. Like, it seems so early to be doing this. Like, I know, you know.
The Rock Strong armed them. So like, we're gonna do this because Black Adam didn't do as well as I wanted it to.
Exactly.
I just, yeah, I totally was like, I don't know. When I heard the announcement, I was like, is this an April Fool's joke? Huh? Because, I don't know.
Because, yeah, it happened like the day after April Fool's. It's like, wait a minute.
I was like, there's no way that they're already doing it, but I guess they are. You know, it's weird because, like, this is where you realize how much time's passed. I keep forgetting that Moana and Zootopia came out in the same year.
Yeah.
Also, that
Yeah.
was only 7 years ago. Is not time for a live action remake. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. It also hurts me to think that these movies came out 7 years
I mean,
ago.
I can believe Zootopia came out 7 years ago. It's a
still-
hot ass minute.
The most recent, as far as like remake goes, I think is Mulan, because that came out in '98.
Unless you want to count Little Mermaid, which isn't out yet.
No. I mean, like, as far as like from remake to, or from original to remake, was Mulan. Like, came out in '98, and then the remake came out in 20.
Oh, I get you. I
Yeah.
get you.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, this one's gonna slaughter that one.
Yeah.
All right. Waddles on Twitter asks, thoughts on the Barbie movie trailer?
Barbie movie, bro. I can't keep up. I can't do it.
Oh, I think it's gonna be very funny.
Yeah, it's
That
going to
looks
be a lot
funny.
of fun. Yeah.
That looks funny.
So I enjoyed the.
It's a PG-13 movie. Oh, like,
It
Oh,
is.
it's PG-13.
What?
Yeah.
Well, that explains
Yeah,
like the beach.
yeah,
scene.
that explains that joke they made in the trailer.
Right.
Yeah. I'm going to beat you off.
Beat you off so hard.
God.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I did not realize this is a PG-13 movie.
Come on, Barbie. Let's
It's
go
going to be
party.
a lot of fun.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
I'm
what, like a
going to-
60-year-old franchise or something?
Yeah.
Like, when did
Yeah.
Barbie first come out? Like, 50s?
My mom has one of the original, like,
My mom has so
Barbies.
many.
Yeah. She has, like, the original in the black and white swimsuit Barbie.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I mean, the trailer, honestly, I really enjoyed the teaser trailer for this.
Yeah.
The Space Odyssey spoof.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. Have you not seen the recent trailer then?
I have.
But
I
the
was,
Space Odyssey one's just really good.
yeah, that whole, I mean, that girl with the glasses just sells it to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, why am I, so the actor Ryan
Gosling.
Yeah, he I guess like he was on some talk show or whatever talking about like how he became connected with this. I just enjoyed the story regardless of how real it was. Where he's like, yeah, I was walking in my backyard and I saw a Ken doll face down in the grass next to a squished lemon. And I contacted the director and said, his story must be told. And it's just like, what is this movie? what's going on?
The way that Barbie and Ken act in that trailer, I was like, this reminds me so much of the Toy Story, like Barbie and Ken.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for it.
Well, it's like at some point we just decided like Barbie's a comedy actually.
Right.
Yeah. Like Barbie Life in the Dream House is a hilarious show.
It's so
Yeah,
good.
it is. It's really good. It's
I don't
really
know
funny.
when Barbie became that, or Barbie's always been that. Maybe I don't know, but I'm here for it. I guess.
Yeah, no, Barbie Life in the Dream House was such a revolution. It's so good.
And then you got a bunch of like grown men like in Barbies called brobies and shit like that, and so like that's
Never happened before.
Yes, never happened. Absolutely.
Oh.
All right, we got, let's see. Nathaniel Foga asked a
But she's
question.
got a new hat.
What are the funniest party memories you guys have had when you were younger? Party memories.
Party?
Beavids,
My
with
friends
meatballs.
drinking 5-hour energies and jumping off the walls and then like crashing early in the morning, to which then my parents woke us up early in the morning for whatever reason.
Did you do the 5-hour energies?
No. Just my most hyper friends
Oh?
drank the 5-hour energies.
Yeah.
It was
Didn't those like end up
nuts.
being a thing that like got discontinued because like
They're
people
still
were like
around.
I thought people
Yeah,
were like
still see it in
overdosing
stores.
on them.
Oh no, like there was that video.
Oh wait, no, not
Person's
five.
Park.
Sorry, not 5-hour energy. I'm thinking of a different one. Anyways, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No,
You're
that was
thinking
my...
of Four Locos.
Ooh. Yeah, no, I mean, I've had a lot of fun moments at parties at conventions.
Mhm.
Certainly. Wait, this was a party question, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Parties. There was once where I was at a party. A friend of mine was hosting a house party, and there were some friends who I used to go to high school with that were there, and also a lot of people I didn't know. And everybody, just about everyone there, got really drunk, except me,
Oh.
because I don't
Yeah.
drink.
Yeah.
And there was a vacuum cleaner that I found that was just in the hallway, and I turned it on, and it scared the shit out of some people.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Mhm.
well, I shouldn't take advantage of this. But I did. I started chasing people around the house with a vacuum cleaner, and people were like mortified.
How old are
They
you?
were
guys?
scared for
College?
their lives.
Oh, I was probably in my 20s.
Oh, okay, I thought you were saying this as a kid. I was
And
like,
you know, oddly enough, I have not been invited back for a single
Yeah.
another party.
Yeah.
Oddly.
I don't
Odd, right?
I cleaned their whole goddamn house. It was
Right.
vacuumed. Nora Mermaid sent a super chat saying, I will be so damn feral.
when Barbie and TLM drop.
Little Mermaid.
Right.
The
Mermaid.
Little
Oh, okay.
Mermaid. Feral.
It's the one thing with,
As if I don't think I've ever seen Nora not feral.
yeah.
Let's be true.
Right. Oreo cup.
Any more questions, Sarah?
What?
Oh, the party one. I got one.
I
I
got to
had
hear
fun
Jax's
time.
story.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Well, it's okay. This is gonna sound bad, but it was fun afterwards. So when I was like, I want to say 6 or between 6 and 8, like that, I went to a friend's pool party, and it was a super fun party. Like it was cool. Like we had like they rented the entire pool place out, and it was like there were lights everywhere, and the pool would like glow and stuff like that, and it was just like an awesome, amazing, fun time and stuff like that. So it was like a great big water park, all this stuff, and then we were playing this game where you like break a glow stick and then like you throw it and then you like swim down, you grab it and stuff like that. And it was like, oh, it was super fun. And there was like a ton of like great like cookies and cakes and Ecto Cooler and all this stuff, and it was amazing. And there was like tons of like Oreo cupcakes there that like we could only have a certain amount of because there was only a certain amount of there. And I was like, oh man, I really like those Oreo cupcakes, but I was like, oh well. And so me and my friend are playing that game where you throw the glow stick and then you swim down to the bottom and like grab and stuff like that. And I think like there was like some girl there who was trying to impress or something like that, and he kept trying to throw it deeper. And so like I was just like, man, you're not even throwing it right. I bet I could throw it way better than you. And it's like, yeah, Jordan, whatever. You keep using your freaking like life vest and stuff like that. That doesn't count. And so like because I think this was at a point like I couldn't swim yet. I couldn't swim yet. So like all of us had like life vests on, so floaties. And so like what we would do, like you would literally just jump down and then you would just propel yourself automatically to the top whenever you got the glow stick. It was super fun. And so like I was like, all right, bet. And so like I did my like life vest thing and I threw it out. And then like I was like, okay, watch this. And so I went down, swam down to get it, and I grabbed the glow stick. But I didn't realize I had thrown it in like a 6 feet deep of water. So like when I looked up, I wasn't floating back up, and I was like, oh shit. And so like I tried to swim back up, but I couldn't swim yet. So I was like, oh fuck. And so I like start flapping around like, oh shit. And like I'm freaking like basically drowning at this point. And then like my friends like are all quiet. And I remember being like 7 or like 6 years old. And then like I just sort of like started to pass out. I was like, oh, you know what? I had a good life. This is good life. You know what? I enjoyed time. I got to play my PlayStation.
6 good years.
Everything. Yeah, I know, right? I was like 6 or 8 years old. I'm like, this is. I really had a good. I vividly remember being like, you know what? I had a good life. And then like my eyes started to slowly close and I started to pass out. And then my friend's mom came in, grabbed me, swept me up, saved me, and stuff like that. And then I was just like, oh, shit, like that. Oh my God, are you okay? Are you okay? Okay. Oh my God, what's going on here? And then she started like asking and stuff like that. And it's like, oh, you poor thing, you poor thing. And so I got to eat Oreo cupcakes the rest of the night when everyone else only had a certain amount. I got to eat as many as I wanted. So there.
Nice.
That was the most important part.
Yeah, that was the most.
I was waiting. Yeah. I mean, drowning is pretty funny.
No, I really. What was so funny to me, thinking back on it, is just the fact that I was so accepting. Like, you know what? I'm 8 years old. I had a good life. This is it. I'm passing now. And it was so weird. Like, I was just like at peace. It was so crazy.
I'm glad you made it out.
I'm so glad I didn't do it. But yeah, shit.
All right, so Sarah.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna do one more question here tonight, but this is a big one.
Okay.
We're gonna need some participation here with our group. What's the question, Sarah?
Elwin asks, help, what's the best way to tell someone you like them? You tell them.
Go watch my video on Twitter. I just posted. That's how I tell someone I like
What? the Digimon thing?
Yes.
Sarah,
Yeah.
you have a decent track record. I think you're 1 for 1,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
So-
All right.
so how-
So here's what you do.
Here's what you do.
So you have to be on a forum with said person for this to work.
Yeah.
Dude,
You have to
Get rough
update your
already.
signature on said forum with the little roar means I love you and dinosaur meme.
Yeah.
And then you leave that up for a while you're chatting to the person that you like. And then on some random night before you just sign off, you say roar and then you log out completely for like 24 hours. And then when you come back, that person's going to ask you, did you mean to say roar as in, I mean, I love you and dinosaur? and then you say yes. And there you go. That's what you do.
and then you get married.
Oh man.
And then you get
married.
married.
I remember forum signatures. Those were, damn.
Yes.
Yeah.
Back in our day.
Back in
Yeah.
our day,
Back in my day.
before everything on the internet was like 3 sites.
Okay, so I know that predominantly right now we have guys here. Sarah's the one representative for females here,
women.
but I obviously I don't know your details here, Elwin, but
Do they like you?
I know that like if this is between a guy and a girl, I think guys very often are like, "Whoa, a girl likes me." Like impossible.
Yeah.
Or I feel like
Definitely.
the assumption on the other end is girls are like, "Of course they like me. Ew.
Right.
I don't want that."
Oh my
I don't know
God,
if
he
that's
likes
really the
me.
case.
No, you don't think so?
Of course he likes this dump truck ass.
You don't think so, Sarah? You don't think
No.
that's the case?
No.
I'm just
Well,
speaking
there were
from.
quite a few other people after we got together that revealed that they really liked me. But the problem is that most of them were like 3 times my age, and I was like,
Oh.
no.
Well, and also
and I
the
also
fact
did
that
not, you know.
they
I was
decided
like-
to approach you after we got together, and they're like, "Oh, wait, I didn't like." Literally, I feel like someone that said the phrase, "I didn't realize you were on the market." It's like yes, like the newest cut of beef. It's
No, but like seriously, the most basic answer that I could give is just to come out and say it, and just say, "Hey, I like you."
yeah, like
then
if
you
this
see where
is
things go from there.
if this is like a close friend and you feel like you have that connection, then it's like this is terrible advice. I feel like now that we're into it, I'm like I don't.
Well, okay, well, let me ask that, okay, because I am so good at giving advice, but I suck at like actually following it. So it's just so fun. Okay. So I need to know, is this feeling? Do you feel like it's any reciprocation on either side? Like, do you feel like if you got this person comfortably alone, and then you were like to like express this to them, they wouldn't be like, "Ew, gross" or some shit like that, or be like, "Oh, what the fuck?" Like, because I feel there's like a certain energy where like if you can give the ball in someone's court and be like, okay, like what do you think about this? Oh, what do you feel about this? And it's just like if they are, you know, responding certain ways, like reciprocating energy a certain way, it's just like, okay, maybe I'll move a bit closer. Maybe they'll move a bit closer. Okay, all right, cool. And then it's just like, how is this like playing out for you and stuff like that? And then you just start picking up on little social cues, because like a big thing is just like, are they being nice or do they generally like you that way? Because that's the part right there. If you know for a fact, because like sometimes I hear people are like, oh, I like this person and I know they like me and I don't know how to ask them out, and I'm just like, dude, you got the goal line right there. All right, they straight up confirm that they like you, so go for it. But like if it's one of those situations where it's like, I don't know if this person likes me and it could mess up like the friendship and stuff like that, then it's just like, you know, like take little accounts of like, okay, what's more important to you? Is like the friendship, or like is it something where you're like, I feel like this can't go away? Because there's a bunch of stuff where you can just like analyze and process it, and I've been through this many times in my life, so it's just
Elvin does say in the chat, we've been friends since I was 9.
Oh,
So they have quite the rapport.
You got
Ooh.
street cred with each other.
Street cred, and it's not like a bro zone or sister zone type situation, I'm assuming, though, like that, because that sometimes does happen, where it's just like, oh, these people are like thick as thieves, and then one person sees each other like a relative instead of that way when the other person starts developing feeling. You know what I mean? You know, it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that's that shit where people are like, oh, I think of them like a brother, and then like later on you find out they're doing some abalama shit, and it's just like, okay.
Abalama.
Like I've seen so many like friends say that whole thing, like, oh, I see him like a brother, and then like later on it's just like, yeah, I bet you do, fucking Cersei. Okay. It's just like, yeah. And so it is a thing where it's like, oh, we're close, we've been growing up with each other, you know, like take them out, like have a good day, set the environment, make the mood like, you know, nice, like it's like a nice respectful time, but it's like a fun time, like you're having a good joyous occasion where they're really enjoying your company, they're seeing that, oh, you're really fun to be around and all this stuff. And then, you know, when the mood is right, because like I think the biggest thing to look out for, because I've talked to like Katie about this too, with like certain things, and like other like female friends of mine, where it's just like some women don't want that just dropped on them immediately, where it's just like, well, I like you, and it's just like, oh, here we fucking go. This person likes, but it's just like, hey, if that's how you feel and it's consuming you, I think it's better to like say it and then just be like, oh, this is the answer, and then like if it hurts, like, you know, it's gonna hurt, but you grow from that and like you become a stronger, better person. But if it doesn't, then it's like, oh wow, this could be something to, you know, oh, maybe it's like, oh, this isn't the right time, and it's like, okay, we'll just
It's
see
gonna-
where it goes from it.
It's gonna hurt less than being consumed by the perpetual what if. Let me fucking
Right.
tell you, bro.
Yeah, and there's also the
Yeah,
risk.
yeah.
There's always
Yeah.
a risk to consider in not at some point making a move
Mhm.
and it being too late. That
Yeah.
can happen. I feel like there's also like an approach with this of telling someone you like them, like that is you could always maybe aim for like a very subtle leaning into it, like instead of it being like, hey, I just want you to know I really like you, like really like you. I always hate Hey Arnold for that like you
Yeah,
shit.
I like you, like you.
But
But I'm not in like with you.
yeah. but like maybe you could be like, hey, have you ever thought about like what if we were like in a relationship? Like, whoa. Is that subtle, Sarah? Smooth, right?
Yeah.
And then they'd
That's
be
really
like,
smooth.
and then maybe they'd be like, oh yeah, no, that'd be cool. And then
Yeah.
you're like, oh cool, well let's do it.
Yeah.
And if
Yeah,
they're
Race,
like,
I don't know if you know, but I think Sarah likes you.
What?
Yeah, I do.
You do?
He thinks you're cute.
I wanted it.
Wait for you to grow up.
I wanted to tell you. I wanted to tell you that I liked you,
Oh,
but I was
Because they
nervous
are.
yeah.
because you're pretty.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Shall we wrap up the
Yeah, we
podcast?
should.
All right. Well, Ellen, good luck. And thank you to everybody joining us here live, everyone that listens on delay. Thank you to all of our podcasters. If you didn't notice, Laura and Saber have already dipped out. Saber getting ready for his flight, so he had to get going. With that said, we're going to be back in 2 weeks, which should be April 26th, that Wednesday.
Talk about lackadaisy.
Oh, yeah, well, who knows what we'll talk about? You just never know, do ya? On the Semi-Perfect Podcast. Before we go, we'd like to thank our super chatters for their generosity.
Thank you to Nora Mermaid, Base, Fritz Rowley, Anime Guy, and Nathaniel Foga.
Oh, yeah. And Omega.
And Omega.
yeah,
yes.
Omega squeaking in there.
Squeezed in there.
Yes. So, yeah, we'll be back in 2 weeks. We hope you all had a good time. Have a great rest of your week. Have a wonderful weekend. And we'll see you next time on the Semi-Perfect Podcast.
Damn ponies.
Bye.
Oh my.
Oh.